In cold climates, applying mulch to June-bearing strawberries is a key step to preventing winter injury. Harsh winter temperatures, fluctuating temperatures, and drying winter winds can severely damage plants if they are not covered with several inches of mulch. Timing is important when applying mulch to June-bearing strawberry plants. Plants need to be dormant before mulching, which means mulch shouldn't be applied until nighttime temperatures start dipping into the 20s. However, if you wait too long and temperatures drop to about 10 degrees, plants can start to sustain damage.
To determine the proper time when to mulch strawberries with a straw mulch, there's a little trick that we've used for many, many years. We put an old piece of plywood down over the top of the strawberry row, probably about 3 to 5 days before we think we're going to mulch. And we're doing that because what we're trying to do is determine if the plants are dormant. These plants are still the same color as the ones outside the row that were not covered by the plywood. If these plants underneath here were yellow, they'd be starving for light and they'd be starving for air. They're still growing, they're not ready to mulch. So this is an easy trick to determine when you should cover. Because if you do cover your strawberries too early with the straw mulch, you're actually going to suffocate them. So you got to make sure they're dormant by using this simple method. There's timing, you got to get it on before snow. You don't want to be doing it in the rain, whatnot, but you really have to watch the weather. Want to do it when it's a calm day. And here we are, we're fluffing up the straw with this mulcher. Of course, if you get a lot of wind after that, it might tend to blow off. So if you have the opportunity to do it before a snowfall, or else you can apply some water if the temperatures are warm. You don't want the water to freeze, of course, but you have to wet it down in case there is a lot of wind predicted. The mulch that we're using to put down this winter mulch on our strawberries is a wheat straw. You can use other types of products. The most important thing is to use a mulch that stays somewhat fluffy. If you put something down that mats down, it's going to starve out the air on the strawberry rows and will actually suffocate it. We put down about 4 to 6 inches of wheat straw, and that seems to be an adequate amount. And that's requiring probably about 400 small square bales per acre would be an adequate amount to put down on a strawberry row.
We use several different types of mulch. Basically, they all fall into the straw family. And what we're looking for is a very clean, somewhat rigid straw that will not collapse under loads of snow, thus eliminating the frost protection that we're that's what we're looking for. We have a type of straw that we've begun to like a lot right now. It's a rye. It's a winter rye straw, where we actually grow the rye as a separate crop. We don't harvest the grain. It's proven to be very weed-free. If you do have a little bit of seed extra that you have in there, it doesn't cause a lot of problems because rye is not a huge invasive.
This particular mulcher that we're using for strawberries will shred up the straw just fine enough so it lays it down in a nice amount on top of the row. What we do is we have a tractor with a 3-point hitch. It fastens onto the 3-point hitch. It runs by PTO and chops up the straw as we insert these small square straw bales into this tub grinder. And we pull a little trailer behind the mulcher, which has an adequate amount of straw bales, so we can keep feeding this machine as we're going down over the row. You need to go very slow, probably about 3/4 of a mile an hour, so you put down an adequate amount of straw.
On our farm, every year we're mulching about 20 to 25 acres of strawberries, which is about 250 big round bales. We're doing a little over 4 tons of straw per acre. And that sounds like a lot, but really it's only about a 3-inch, 3-4 inch covering over the entire field. We apply it with a bale buster, which is a grinder of sorts that grinds and blows the straw out over the row. And we do about 2 rows at a time. The machine blows about 5-6 rows at a time, so therefore we get a nice overlap as we make our rounds.